Jesus, in this invitation, has cut through the very heart of the problem for most of us. We are tired. We are worn, keeping up with our schedules. But Jesus allows us to see that the issue is not that we have too much to do. The problem is that much of what we have to do is insignificant and meaningless. We spin our wheels at work because we have to put in the hours, and then we spin our tires running from one meeting to another, one sports event for the kids to another. When we finally arrive at home, we wonder why we even bothered. The meetings ran long, the practices were tedious, the people were bores, and the rooms crowded. The burdens we carry are not always physical, but often these burdens are mental anguish. Are you tired? Exhausted? Worried? Are you burned out? Do you need a break? What we really need is not so much time off. Rather, what we need is time that's filled with meaning and purpose, that's saturated with the grace of God, the love of God. What we need is a different burden. We need the yoke of Christ, to be yoked with Him. To live as one of His disciples brings refreshment to our spirit, connects us with Jesus Christ Himself. The invitation still stands. Take my yoke upon your shoulders, and you will find rest, you will find fulfillment for your soul. Now, here's what the yoke of Christ looks like. Wednesday, this last Wednesday, a handful of men and women met here at Trinity from 4:30 to 5:30. They met to help with Trinity's food pantry and provided care, prayer, and sustenance for struggling individuals. At 7 o'clock the same night, a score of people met with Michelle McClanahan to prepare for the opening of Awana. These activities, it took time, took effort, but they were fulfilling and meaningful. They were God-honoring burdens. It reminds me, when I think about being yoked to Jesus, having a God-honoring burden, it reminds me of that statue at Boys Town in Nebraska. Have you seen it? Maybe you saw that old movie called Boys Town. It was back in 1918. A boy named Howard Loomis was abandoned by his mother at Father Flanagan's Boys Town. Little Howard, he had polio and wore heavy leg braces. Walking was difficult for him, especially when he had to go up or down steps. Soon, several of the home's older boys were carrying little Howard up and down the stairs. One day, Father Flanagan asked Reuben Granger, one of those older boys, if carrying Howard on his shoulders was hard. Reuben replied, "He ain't heavy, Father. He's my brother. He ain't heavy. He's my brother." That's what a person sounds like when they've taken Christ's yoke upon their shoulder, whether it's helping with the food pantry, whether it's signing up, helping with Awana, Sunday school, confirmation, caring for the next generation. It's a burden at times, but it's so fulfilling that when you're yoked to Jesus, you too will say, "It ain't heavy.